Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Carrie Anne Killen, and I am a dream lifestyle coach. I help you do so many things, but really today I'm talking about soul's purpose. I am a soul code activator. I also understand how to expand the energy of the soul and project the hologram of the true inner reality of who you are, as well as I help people become the best versions of themselves, create a life's purpose, anything that is connected to who you are as a soul. I am here to help you discover and create in real life. All right, so I want to talk to you today about what would happen in your life if you never got on the other side of fear. Just sit with that for a moment. I'm just going to sit here, just kind of let you, feel into that. Like, I know you're afraid of things, and you know what? I am too, right? I know that there's hard things to do, but what would happen if you never got on the other side of fear? Maybe, start putting this in the comments, like the stuff that you're afraid of right now. If you never got on the other side of it, what would happen? Where do you see yourself in a year, 2 years, 5 years? You never did the thing. You never took the chance. You never moved forward. What would happen? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, we're not going to talk about that as much as, it would be a very small existence and a totally boring life if I never evolved from where I am right now. If I just settled and said, you know what, it looks too hard. It looks too hard. I have too many challenges in front of me. I don't know how to do it, or I don't know the way, I don't have clarity, or I'm not brave enough, or I don't have the support that I need. So I'm going to just stay here. Just stay here. I'm going to settle. The thought of that makes me cringe because I am a woman who is on purpose and living my soul's purpose, and I'm evolving every single day. It's kind of like, it's a tree. Like, I've seen myself as a tree of prosperity and a tree of abundance. It's that you can't help but you have to grow, because growing is being organic. And when you are organic and you are living authentic to who you are as a soul, you cannot stall growth. You can create obstacles in your growth, but you cannot stall growth if you are an evolutionary woman or man. Now, there are people right now who are not growing, and I will say that these people probably, most likely, will not grow. It's because their soul's design is limited, right? And they're going to stay stuck. And that is where kind of like the breaking point for humanity and the shift in humanity is happening right now, is that for those souls who are evolving, those souls are going to be receiving the abundance of their souls. So if you are evolving right now and you are becoming the person who you were born to be, and you are living your soul's purpose, or if you don't know what your soul's purpose is, you are starting to activate, expand, and awaken that soul's purpose, then you are going to be on the receiving end of the transfer of wealth, the abundance that God has given you already at birth. That's pretty exciting. But I'm going to say that it is not just something that is given to you because you want it or you need it. Back when I was in a place of like, man, I could use $100,000, or I want to be a millionaire and show me how to do it. It was because I thought that having the material thing would make my life better. So when I was given a chunk of money, that did not work. It did not work to buy things and feel better. What did work was being of service, helping other people, and receiving money that was connected to the soul's purpose. That meant making a difference in the world and using my story of how I overcame divorce and how I overcame anxiety and depression and being separated from my children, how I overcame those things and created a life where my challenges became my testimony, and the story that I share and all the things that I did have become a body of work that I share with other people to help their lives become better. And it's connected to wealth. And it's connected to a vibration of my soul that actually I traveled all over the world to be able to really be a pioneer and a trailblazer with soul's purpose and evolutionary human consciousness. So bottom line is, for me, when I get stuck because I'm afraid, it actually drives me crazy. It actually is so disturbing and disruptive that I am willing to do the thing that I am fearing in order to get on the other side of it and feel and receive the abundance of the experience. So not doing the thing, right? Here you are, you're sitting on one side of your life experience, and you're sitting in fear and you're, you know, debating on whether or not you're going to make this decision. And here's the wall. This represents the wall that separates you from everything that you want. And you're either, you can only make one decision. No, I'm sorry. You can make two decisions, that you're going to stay there or you're going to get on the other side of the wall. Now, to get on the other side of the wall, it's not easy, because you have to take that version of yourself and you have to move through something that doesn't feel good. Now, let's say that you are activated in your soul's purpose and that you are in alignment with getting in alignment with your higher vision. What happens is that every time you move through an experience, that experience becomes an awakening of your soul's abundance. It becomes an instant activation where you're saying, I'm willing to do this to get on the other side of it so that I can instantly become a new person. Not even a new person, I can instantly become me. And I was teaching this to a client today where, you know, she's on purpose, and she's also right now doing challenging things. And she was saying to me that when she was doing these challenging things, it didn't feel great. And I said, well, they're not supposed to feel great. It's supposed to feel disruptive. Okay. It's supposed to feel disruptive because you're doing something new, and the disruption is actually, it's a form of activation, because what it's doing is it's breaking up all the stagnation that has been held back from you not doing the thing, right? Now think about it with muscles. Like if you don't stretch the muscle, or if you don't use the muscle degenerates, it gets smaller and it gets weak, right? This is the same thing with the soul, the evolution of the soul. If you're not using it the way it's intended, and you're not putting it to use for you, which by the way, you should be putting your soul to use like no other right now, because the soul knows the way to everything. The soul knows the way to everything. And the soul is the way that you solve all problems that you have right now. If you have a problem with your relationship, if you have a problem with your finances, if you have a problem with your career, if you have a problem within your heart that needs to be rectified, the soul is the way to do it. And that is one of the ways that you can become on purpose right now. So back to the point, what I was sharing with her is that this field that you move through, where you're doing the thing that feels that you didn't want to do because you thought it would be hard, and you're doing it and you're moving through it, you're breaking up the stagnation and the energy field that has been keeping you held back. And imagine that the more you do this, the easier it gets to do those things, because what got you where you are today is not going to get you where you need to go. Evolution is absolutely necessary. And so let's say that you did the thing and you're on the other side, but you don't feel like you're a new human being. You feel like you did the thing because you had to, and you didn't grow on the other side of it. The reason being is that you probably didn't activate and expand your soul light through that process, and that you actually didn't realize what you created. And you're probably looking at life as still being hard, rather than saying, you know what, I just broke through and I created a new version of me instantly. And wow, look at who I am today. What decisions am I going to make tomorrow? What challenges am I going to take on? And this is where you build confidence, and this is where you build trust in yourself that you can do bigger and scarier things. I'm sharing this with you because I'm a woman who has taken many radical leaps of faith, but I didn't start off that way. I started off with just a teeny bit of trust in myself. I have always been like an action taker. I have been, I am a former athlete. I still am an athlete, but there's like a form of aggression and really wanting to win, right? I like winning, even though I don't win all the time. In fact, on this pathway, I have taken many, many blows, but all those blows have absolutely like expanded me, illuminated me, taught me, a new way, a new approach. And that's so needed right now. A new approach to old challenges actually creates enlightenment, right? And evolution. So bringing it back to, imagine if you never moved because you were always afraid. I would start to be afraid of, imagine if life never changed for you because you were afraid to actually make those changes. Evolution is absolutely necessary. Growth is absolutely necessary right now. If you are not growing, evolving, becoming on purpose with your soul, then then reality starts to get really small. And chances are, the smaller your reality gets, the more the feelings that you have, and the feelings are going to create an internal environment. The internal environment is going to create an outer environment, and that is going to be just not fun at all. It is not all sunshine and roses to be in evolutionary consciousness and pursuing your soul's purpose and expanding into new realities. It is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. And the reason why it's uncomfortable is because you've been living in a dissatisfied state with who you are and who you are meant to be. And in order to get in alignment with that higher vision, there's going to have to be some action steps. And that action step is all about taking down that wall and expanding. Okay. So if you have any questions about this, or you would like to go deeper, please check out the links that I have to support you. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I'd love for you to leave comments as well, so I know what you are liking and what you would hear more of, or what you are not liking that I share. All right, take care, you guys.